What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Today is Sunday, June 14th. Another day filled with opportunity to be alive and well, guys. So we have some news coming off the press, some very exciting news. But before we jump into these news, we're just gonna visit the World Cup games for a little bit. You understand? So the World Cup is off to a very great start. A very great start, guys. A very good look for the US, Canada, and Mexico to host these games, and just been off to a very great start, which I really like what's going on. You understand? World Cup been very good so far. Really like the crowd, really like the turnout, really like the morale of all three countries coming together to put this event in the history books. You understand? So let's recap yesterday's games. Yesterday, I think there was a few games yesterday. Haiti lost 1-0 to Scotland. So Haiti get their ass whooped by Scotland yesterday. You know what I mean? Haiti did a good, they made a good attempt. Our big favorite, the Brazilian team, their star player Neymar was out because Neymar was out on some injuries. So they drew their match against Morocco, you know what I mean? And Hakimi there in Morocco, and he was holding it down, and so on and so forth. Australia yesterday beat Turkey by 2 goals. So Australia, good looks for Australia yesterday. They beat Turkey. And Qatar draw 1-1 with Switzerland. And Canada, I was surprised why Canada drew that match. Canada had the opportunity to win that match, but Canada drew 1-1 with Bosnia. And the big dogs, the United States of America, beat Paraguay 4-1, guys. Yes, the big dogs, the United States, we win. Listen, that match was something to really watch. Listen, we destroyed Paraguay. The boys were attacking Paraguay defense like a hot knife through butter. Like, I don't know why we didn't score more goals. But listen, man. The Paraguayan team was out of breath. They couldn't keep up with the pace of the game, how the United States was playing the game. The boys were very great, man. Like, listen, man. Listen. The boys were very, very great. The Paraguayan defense were out of breath. As I said, they couldn't keep up. And, we completely destroyed them. Now the United States has more goals in this tournament than any other team. And we win. And we win a match. We win a match by the most goals so far in this tournament. And the United States is the only team to win a single match by 4 goals this far. So you understand, that's good things right there. The boys were phenomenal, and yeah, they're doing good. So I'm not sure if you guys see what I just put up on the screen. That's the goal. That's the squad lineup there. The boys are doing great. And our man, Florian Balogun, is a top goal scorer right now in the tournament so far, with under 3 goals to his name, and he's in the race. Actually, he's leading the race for the Golden Boot, and this is a very historic move by the United States to have a player this early in the race for the Golden Boots, and also to have won a match by over 4 goals. Like in the first opening, their first match, 4 goals. That's unbelievable. And this dude, Flo, he's in the race. He's in the race, and he make a big start to the race by adding 3 goals to his name so far in the tournament for the Golden Boots. I know that other teams, like other players actually, like Kylian Mbappe and Ronaldo and the big stars. Just think about all the big stars: Mbappe, Ronaldo, Yamin Lamal, Vinny Jr. Like, they're thinking about this. Like, damn, this dude has 3 goals already so far for the boots, and this is only for the golden boots, and this is only USA first match. So they're looking into that. Like, listen, the US is kicking ass right now, and you know, and this dude Flo, don't sleep on him. Like, he's a striker. I think he played for a Monaco. He played in the Monaco League or something like that. But he's good. He's really good. And you know, hopefully he continues with his goal scoring abilities, and hopefully he snatched the golden boots. But like, listen, I'm really proud of the US team so far. The US team is doing great so far. Like, listen, yesterday the team was pretty much gelled together. They were playing soccer like real good yesterday together. They were playing as a team. You know what I mean? The chemistry was great. The defense was great. Everything was great. The attack was great. The momentum was great. And the guys looked so comfortable yesterday playing. They looked so great playing. Like, they were like they're serious. They look really good playing yesterday. With all that chemistry and the momentum they have behind them. Trust me, I think that this US team this year is gonna go real far in the World Cup games. Like, I'm rooting for them. Regardless, Spain is my team though. Spain is my team. I really like Spain. Spain is my team. My man Yamin Yamal, you know what I mean, Nico Williams, those 2 kids, man. I enjoy watching those 2 kids playing together. Like, yo, they're such a good team player. Those 2 kids, when they attack your defense, trust me. Like, just watch. Take my word for it. Just watch. Watch those 2 kids in their game. I think Spain has a game tonight or tomorrow. I'm not sure. I gotta double check the schedule and see. Let's see when Spain have a game. When is Spain match? Either tonight or tomorrow. Let's see. Let me look it up. I'm looking it up right now. Tomorrow. So Spain faces Cabo Verde tomorrow at 12 p.m. tomorrow. So you guys should look out for that match tomorrow and see how those 2 kids play. Yamin Yamal and Nico Williams. Man, those kids are those kids put magic in soccer. We call it football, but you guys call it soccer here in America. Trust me, you want to see them. You want to see them. Euro 2024. I was, that's when I started watching those 2 kids, and they were great, man. They were absolutely great. I'm very disappointed in Brazil's performance yesterday. I think Brazil could have really done better, but I guess their star player Neymar is out, and this is their first game, and Morocco wasn't just a walkover neither. Morocco wasn't just a walkover, and so we have to take that into consideration as well. That Morocco was a strong team, is a strong team, and continue to be a strong team. So, but regardless of that, man, I want to say kudos to the United States team, and they're doing really well so far. We enjoyed that first game, and Florian what's his name? Balangan. He's doing good so far. And so Trump posted on Truth Social to congratulate the US team for the big win over Paraguay, and Trump and the whole country is is riding that wave right now, and so proud of the team, and you know, it only justify us hosting the World Cup games as a country. So everyone is in good spirit, and so proud of the boys for what they're doing thus far in the World Cup game. So speaking about Trump's Truth Social post as well, let's pivot for a little bit and get into the other segment of the story today. So Trump also posted on Truth Social yesterday that there will be a signing ceremony today. Not a signing ceremony, but there will be a deal signing today between the United States and Iran today, June 14th. There's a peace deal signing today. So, and immediately after they sign this peace deal, the Strait of Hormuz will be open. So the floodgates will be open immediately after this peace deal is signed. The floodgates will be absolutely open today. And you know, it's not only going to be open, it's going to be safely open for all maritime traffic, regardless of your origin and destination. It's going to be safely open for all maritime traffic. And what does that mean? It means that the United States is not going to be blocking the strait anymore, and it means that Iran is not going to attack or fire any projectile at any vessels transiting through the strait. So that's a real good thing, and you know, it's just building momentum on the World Cup games, and you know, building momentum on how things are going so far, and you know, it's gonna be a change. So what are the implications for the strait being fully open, and not only fully open but safely open? So we might see a big collapse in gas prices in the coming weeks, probably started even tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm doing a live right now, so I'm not sure if the ceremony is going on, the signing of the peace deal is going on, and whatever it is. There's going to be a massive collapse in gas prices going on thus far, going on between now, tomorrow, and weeks to come. Food prices collapse will also follow, you know what I mean? And there'll be a collapse in the energy-driven inflation that we are seeing since the start of the year. Not even since the start of the year, but since the start of this military operation. So, and all that inflation was driven by energy. So, you know, all that energy inflation is gonna collapse. Because if gas prices, oil prices, fuel prices, energy prices goes down, it's gonna trickle and make its way down into the economy, where all other prices will collapse that really are tethered to gas prices. That's some really good news. That's some really good news. And on top of that, after this inflation expectation goes down, and on top of that too, we might see rate cuts come back on the board. Yes, that's what's going on. We might see rate cuts back on the board. Listen, tomorrow the markets will be up into the right, I believe. Tomorrow the markets will be taking off tomorrow, and the reason why is because there were so many uncertainty. There's so much uncertainty. There's so much uncertainty, and there's so many uncertain events and projections out there regarding the economy, the markets, and how things are gonna continue after, you know, during this war. And with this level of certainty that, you know, the energy-driven inflation is gonna collapse, because, you know, energy and oil and gas are gonna be freely flowing across the world and across their logistic platform as they used to flow before, then we can really make meaningful and useful economical projections. So with that is a known right now, the markets are going to embrace that, and the markets are going to take off. And what's coming up soon too, everything looks like it's just playing in the right direction, because there's a Fed meeting coming up soon, and this is going to be Kevin Walsh's first Fed meeting. And you know, rate cuts is on the table for these guys. These guys really want a rate cut, and this Fed governor, the leader of the Fed now, is Trump's hand-picked candidate. And what does Trump want? Trump wants rate cuts. Yes, Trump wants rate cuts, and this guy wants rate cuts too. But it was hard implementing a rate cut when the country was facing a energy-driven inflation because of the ongoing conflict with Iran, Israel, and the United States. With that potentially be behind us now, we can really lock in and refocus on rate cuts. Yes, that's what's going to happen. They're going to refocus on rate cuts. And the reason why the United States wants rate cuts so much, not only because we are leading in rates across all major economy of the world, we have the highest rates. For years, the Germans have negative rates. Some places in Europe also have negative rates. And you know, think of any major economy in the world. They have lower rates than us. So that's one reason why Trump want to cut rates as well. The other reason is Trump want to cut rates to really grow our way out of this $39 trillion debt that I spoke about so many times on different occasions. We have, as a country, the United States has a $39 trillion debt. And the only way to handle this debt is to grow our way out of this debt situation, this debt crisis, grow our way out of it. And it might sound really, really bizarre hearing this, grow our way out of a debt. How we do that? Yes, we're gonna inflate away that debt. And the reason and how the country is looking to do that is they're gonna drop interest rates so low, even to zero or close to zero. That's a long-term play. I'm thinking they're gonna there's gonna be cheap money flowing around in the economy. Businesses can borrow money for so cheap, like almost close to zero, and then this is gonna spark some growth in the economy. This is gonna cause asset prices to balloon, and the stock market in a whole, the price, is gonna balloon. The valuation of the stock market is gonna be so much, it's ridiculous. And people are gonna feel rich again. People are gonna feel wealthy when their asset prices starting to go up because of cheap interest rate. And of course, there's gonna be a lot of speculation in the economy, because this is America. There's gonna be speculation everywhere. People are gonna play these games. People are gonna be doing all sort of trading and all sort of stuff. But the long-term thing is that asset price is going to go up, and once the price of asset goes up, and the asset the United States hold on its book, the prices of those assets will balloon. Then that $39 trillion is not going to look so bad on the books. Because think about it, if you have $39 trillion in debt, but at the same time you have $500 trillion in assets, your credit rating is marvelous. Your credit rating is good because your liability doesn't outstrip your assets. You understand? You understand what I'm trying to say? So that's the play the government is embarking on, and these dudes are giving us the signal. Trump is giving us a signal. He actually spoke about it, that we want to grow our way out of this debt. I think like a few days ago he did. But the only impediment to this initiative was the U.S.-Iran war. That's why he desperately needs this conflict to stop. And he desperately needs the strait to reopen. because when the strait reopen, the energy inflation will go away. And you cannot, to a certain extent, grow the economy in an inflationary environment, especially when the inflation is coming from energy, because that's just catastrophe, you know? So it is good that there's going to be a signing ceremony for the peace deal today, and we shall see what happened. We shall see what happened. You know, we shall see what happened at the end of the day, and look out for the futures to take off this evening at 6 p.m. You know what I mean? Look out for the stock futures, the stock market futures to take off, because listen, man, this is great news for the economy, great news for the market, great news for everyone, great news for all the market players. It is great news for everyone, from the rich to the poor, because everyone is feeling it. You know, however, some people are feeling it more than some, but this is absolutely great news. So guys, I want to say enjoy the game and look forward for cheaper gas prices, cheaper food prices, and cheaper energy prices on the whole. And look forward for a once in a lifetime momentous growth in asset prices across the country and across the world, a matter of fact, because as I said, the world is tethered to what the United States does. So if the United States is embarking on a certain initiative, the world economy is going to follow suit. So what am I saying, guys? Just look forward for good things to come. Look forward for the games. I'm really excited about the World Cup games. I'm really excited that the country is hosting the games. You know, the United States team look promising, and my guy Flo is making a historic move to have the Golden Boots Award stay in the United States, or a United States player win a Golden Boots Award from the FIFA World Cup games. This is going to be a history in the making. So look forward for that, guys. I really enjoy you guys watching. Please remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so you'll be absolutely notified whenever I drop any content at all, guys. You know what I mean? So as I said, enjoy the games, enjoy everything, and look forward to great things to come within the economy and within you know, your areas. You know what I mean? This summer is looking good. Very good start so far. All right.